Hi guys, I'm Nancy and welcome to my reading nook. So, this is going to be February's TBR. And if you guys remember, for January's TBR, I told you guys how I really wanted to find a cool TBR game to play. Anyway, so I watched a lot of TBRs, like tons of TBR games of other people. I came upon one from SharonSamReads. I'm going to try to link her below. She did a playing card TBR, which I really liked the way she did it. So I decided I would make my own. So I got inspiration from her. That's why I'm going to try to tag her down below. Now, I'm just kind of... So, the way it's going to work is I'm going to lay out 10 playing cards face down. Sorry, I'm still shuffling. 10 playing cards face down, and then I'm going to take my die, I'm going to roll it. I'm going to roll it 5 times. Each roll is a book. And so I'm not going to do anything with the suits. I'm just doing the numbers. 1 to, or ace to 10, and then jack, queen, king. So each number has its own little prompt that I'm going to be following. And that's what I'll have to try to find a book that works for that prompt. Now, the prompts. Ace is mom pick. My mother has already selected a book because I can't just stop recording, text her really quick. So I already had her pick a book. Number 2 is sister pick. My sister's gonna pick. Of course, I already had her pick because, again, same reason for the mom. Number 3 is a pretty cover. I've got all my books beside me. If I pull a 3, I get to pick a pretty cover. A cover I think is pretty. Even, you might not think it's the prettiest cover, but if I like it, I get to pick it. Number 4 is a roommate pick. So my roommate selected a book for me. Number 5 is a Stephen King, because I have lots of Stephen King, and I want to try to get through them. And so now I have a reason. Number 6 is going to be TBR cup, which I've got this cute little chip, because of course I love the TBR pineapple. I love the thought of the TBR pineapple, so I got cute little chip. He's got 5 little, no, he's got 4 because one fell on the floor. 5 little pieces of paper, and I can pick one, and that's the book I've got to read. So that's if I get a 6. Number 7, if I get a 7, I get to pick the book. Whatever book I pick. Whatever book I feel like. Number 8 is a short read, so, tiny book. Number 9 is a long read. And number 10 will be a random number generator. So I have all of my books on my computer. It's 1 through 30. I also have a random number generator up. So if I get a 10, I can just randomly generate a number, go to that number on the list. That's the book I have to read. Now, for jacks aren't going to count against me, but they're also not going to count for me. If I get a jack, I just have to re-roll. I still have to do 5 full rolls, but I just kind of ignore the jack. If I get a queen will take the place of a roll, but I don't have to pick a book for it. So if I pick the queen, I only then have to do 4 books. If I get a king, it'll give me an extra roll. If I get the king, then I have to do a total of 6 books. Unless, of course, I get a queen and then a king, and then I'll explain it more as we go along. So, beside me, I have 10 cards laid out. I'm not going to try to show you because my phone doesn't like to let me flip the camera, and it'll just be difficult. So, they're all laid out beside me. I'm going to roll my little dice, and we're going to go from there. Hopefully, you'll get it more as I go along. So, I got a 5. I rolled a 5. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Number 5 is 6, which is the TBR mug. That's fun. So, little chip. I'm not looking. Woo! I'm going to grab this one. Okay. Let's unfurl it. What do I have? Oh. Thin, Rich, Pretty. Okay. Thin, Rich, Pretty. Where is it? Thin Rich Pretty is the first book. I don't actually know what this one's about. Again, I got it I think my mom bought it for me from a thrift store 20 years ago. Holly and Nicole were the outsiders at a summer camp. Holly, the plump one, was a dreamer who longed to be an artist. Nicole, the shy plain one, wanted nothing more than to be beautiful. Their cabin nemesis was Lexi. Rich, spoiled, evil Lexi. One night, Holly and Nicole team up to pull one daring act of vengeance, but they never consider what this one act would have repercussions for decades. Today, Holly is a successful gallery owner who has put her own artistic dreams on hold. She still struggles with her weight and for approval from her overly critical boyfriend. Nicole is an almost famous actress who believes that one little plastic surgery fix is just what she needs to put her over the edge into fame. And Lexi is down on her luck and broke. Holly will do anything to be thin, Lexi will do anything to be rich, and Nicole will do anything to be pretty. But at what cost? Hilarious, heartwarming, and full of truth, Thin Rich Pretty will strike a chord with any woman who has ever looked in a mirror or at their bank statement and said, if only. So, this is my first pick. Thin Rich Pretty. Also, if you see me looking like over here, my sister keeps messaging me, and since I'm recording on my phone, I just kind of look at it. Hey, I got another 5. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I got an 8, which is a short read. That's fun. We like a short read. How many pages is this one again? Okay, so for this one, I'm picking the perks. The perks of being a wallflower. It is 213 pages. I've seen the movie. I love the movie, so I want to read the book. So, there's 2 of my 5 rolls. Let's roll again. This time we got a 1. Woo! 1 is 3, which is pretty cover. Pretty cover. I think I'm gonna pick Midnight in the Garden of Good and Evil. I think it's a really pretty cover. I love the statue. I love the colors. I love the border. Yeah, this is my pretty cover pick. Okay, 3 rolls down, 2 more to go. I got a 2. Isn't that ironic? 1, 2. Ooh, it's a queen. And as we know, queen takes the place of a book. So this month I'm only going to have 4 books. Next roll, it's 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And 5 is an ace. So it's my mom's pick. So the book my mom picked was Doll Baby. So that's my mama's pick. Okay, so how about we go back through the books and okay, so the first one, Thin Rich Pretty, I already read it for you, so we know what it is. Thin Rich Pretty was my pick for the 6 card, which was the TBR mug. So that's that pick. Next, we ended up getting the 8, which was a short read. And for the short read, I decided Perks of Being a Wallflower. The Perks of Being a Wallflower is a story about what it's like to travel that strange course through the uncharted territories of high school, the world of first dates, family trauma, and new friends, of sex, drugs, and the Rocky Horror Picture Show, of those wild roller coaster days known as growing up. So that's fun. That was for the 8, which is a short read. And then the next one we got was the Queen. And of course, queens mean no book. because it takes the place of a book. And then we got number 3, which was a pretty cover. And I picked Midnight in the Garden of Good and Evil for my pretty cover, number 3. And then the 5th and final roll was an ace, which is a mother pick, and my mom picked Doll Baby. So that's my number 1. Or that's, yeah, my ace. Even though, now that I've done it, I might switch out my pretty cover from this to The Prophet. Because if you know, I've been reading the Grave Queen series, and this is the 3rd book. I'm about halfway through it. So, if I get finished with The Prophet, this might be my pretty cover, which was also my sister pick, but I didn't get a sister pick. So, this might be the 4th book. Or, yeah. This might go for pretty cover. So, it's going to either be one of these. Oh, and I also, dude, guys, I fail as a booktuber. So, In the Garden of Good and Evil. Shots rang out in Savannah's grandest mansion in the misty early morning hours of May 2nd, 1981. Was it murder or self-defense? For nearly a decade, the shooting and its aftermath reverberated through this hauntingly beautiful city of moss-hung oaks and shadowed squares. John, whatever his last name is, I suck at names, can't you guys tell? Sharply observed, suspenseful, and witty narrative reads like a thoroughly engrossing novel, and yet it is the work of nonfiction. Ooh, this is nonfiction. Okay, so, if you watched my making fun of my sister for 10 minutes video, I hate nonfiction. I'm not a nonfiction type person. I like novels. I like fake stories. I like fiction. So, that's interesting. And then, so that might be my pretty cover, but The Prophet might also be my pretty cover. Because I also really like The Prophet's color. And then, last one was Doll Baby, and I didn't tell you what it was about. When 11-year-old Ibby Bell's father dies during a summer of 1964, her mother deposits her in New Orleans with her eccentric grandmother Fanny. At her grandmother's rundown Victorian mansion, Ibby falls under the care of Fanny's black cook Queenie and her outspoken daughter Doll Baby, who initiate Ibby into the ways of the South, both in grand tradition and its darkest secrets. Told through the eyes of a young girl learning to understand race for the first time, Doll Baby is an uplifting story that weaves together the lives of 5 women who prove that family can be found where you least expect it. So that one also sounds interesting, and like I expected, I've started this book. Are we at all surprised? So that's number 1 for Mom's pick. Ace for Mom's pick. So, I still have 5 cards, of course, because I only pick 5. So let's